Hi, this is Suzy650 and today I'm going to find out if you can still get hold of a good bargain off of eBay. Well, I've got quite a few consoles as it is, and I sat there and thought to myself, what ones haven't I got? And I came up that I was looking for a GameCube, and I thought, oh, GameCube. And if you didn't know, Metal Gear Solid at this present second is going through a complete rehash, as this is the anniversary of Metal Gear Solid. So GameCube do Twin Snakes, and I thought, oh, what better way than to run the old game back through again and get myself back into shape than by going through that. Now, you can do that on a Wii if you choose to do so, but to be honest with you, Wii's have sort of had their day. They're okay, but I don't have one fixed up, and if you're trying to actually get it to the menu to try and work out what you're doing, you're going to be using two candles, because that's the only other way you can do it. If you don't know about the two candles trick, please look it up. So I sat there and I thought, no, I'll actually treat myself and I'll have a look on eBay and see if we can find a actual GameCube. So we had a look and we have managed to find one. Now, the gig that goes with this is that it started off, I think it was about £45, and after a good conversation with the seller, he took it down. Another good tip for trying to get something reduced on that is to keep a watch. So put it on a watch or a heart, and then give it a couple of days, 3 or 4 days, and 9 out of 10 times, if they're not getting any activity on something, what they'll do is they'll slump it down because they'll realise that nobody's doing it. But the people that are watching, they'll get bonus and they'll go, well, you know, we're giving you a discount of this much, or if you're interested in it. So I tried all these little methods just to see, and I fell across one. As I said, it was about £45, and I put a heart on it. And the next thing I know is I get a request of, if you're interested in this, please would you like to do it for 40? And I thought, well, that's tempting. And I sat there and I thought, well, I'm going to go a little bit cheekier and just go how much we're prepared to do. Now, I got the system that I've got now for £35. Now, I'll tell you the condition of this. The condition of this situation is that when I got in contact with him, the only thing he had written up was that it had been found in his attic. It was a dry attic. It was in a box, and it hadn't been used for quite some years. And it was his system as a child, and his children have used it as well. So, didn't have power pack, didn't have OVI leads. So I thought, right, okay, fair enough. I got it down to £30. I was happy to go with that. It's a tester. If it goes wrong, worst case scenario. But logically looking at it, then found that I could get the power pack, managed to find a genuine power pack for £12.95. So can't argue with that. So they're still taking up under what you would normally pay for a GameCube to start off with. And then I got the leads for £2.95 that go to AVI. So that's the package deal. And now I am sat here with a box, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at this, and you're going to see if I just wasted 45 coming up 50 quid. Other than that, hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. Right, so here we have it. So this is said parcel, and I've already done the strappy part. Now, the first thing that I like about this, before I even go further, is you open this box up, and he's done it in such a good way that you get that as you go into a box. Now, as an eBayer, selling to another eBayer, that's a nice touch for me. That made me want to buy it off of this seller again. It's a really nice touch. So, let's just see what the other bits are. So with this, packaged well, everything in good, and one GameCube. And one controller. So, for the price I paid, so far, I'm already in, because logically looking at it, the controllers sometimes actually go out for more. You sell them in certain countries, and to be quite honest with you, the controllers can be more than the GameCubes themselves. So, GameCube's in pretty good condition. Still got all its original taggings. A little bit of dust on the inside, which says that possibly not quite as described, but logically looking at it, still not bad, or could just been heavily used and put away. The unit itself is in good nick. So, yeah. Inside looks all good and tidy. The lens looks clean, which is nice. All the cartridge and holders are in the bottom, so that's all good. So as I said, just down to discoloration with this. That's easy enough to do as long as you know what you're dealing with and you don't go over the top with it. So far, for the money that I've put out so far, that's actually a pretty good deal. We obviously need to do cables, so I'll give you a quick run through the cables so you can see how much, and then we can do the grand total up at the other end. So here's the full package. So first of all, we have obviously the AVI cable, because otherwise it's going to make it interesting to play. So AVI cable sorted through. That was £2.75p. Don't mind that. The second one we got was the genuine GameCube, because obviously there's no other way of doing it. So got that all sorted through, done and dusted. Second hand, but genuine, obviously. Everything doing exactly what it needs to do. And that was £13.95p. So literally there, on a table, that's a game in a box waiting to go. So let's test it now and see if it actually works. Let's see if I manage to get a bargain from eBay. Right, so the leads are all in, the power pack's in and sorted. And now it's just time for the pudding and seeing if we can actually get this to work. So has the money I've spent on this so far been bad news or good? Well, let's see what we got. Yes! And there we have it. So, one GameCube working. So at this present second in time, all money that's been put out has been a result. So now we're just about to turn around and see if this can play some games. So let's pick a choice and get this on. Let's try Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, my old nemesis. How the heck are you? Still gathering crystals? Old habits die hard, don't they?
What are you looking at, fuzzhead? I'm Rocco, the Earth Elemental. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex woke me from my captive slumber, and now I'm free to pulverize whatever gets in my way. Oh, don't even think about collecting those crystals from me. If you do, I'm gonna bury you alive.
Very pleased with this purchase so far. I think that it's done very well. I'm very happy with the seller. Now let's just try out some games.
Death Star will soon be in...
Watch yourself. There's a lot of fire coming from the right side of that deflection tower.
I copy, Red Leader.
We've got to destroy those deflection towers.
Red Leader, we've got you. Hey, Switch, follow me.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You will have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Armstead, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. close as it can. Dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Falcon Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound Squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
Disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
So here's the reason why it came to be bought, and all I say is this is me, Susie650, signing out.